What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Top Cat the Gamer, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. We're going to go ahead and we're going to head on out of the dungeon. I went back through it another time, left some enemies behind, but I just kind of wanted to beef up the people a little bit more, get some more steppits. But we're going to go ahead and head on to the next part um, of Chapter 5 here. I think we're going straight to the Blacklight District when we leave here. Hope y'all doing well. New to the channel, tap that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Let's go. Well, I guess I can just go straight from here anyways. Oh, wow.
Huh? That is you, isn't it, Judith? Did you dye your hair?
Judith, you're still in disguise. Nope, nothing like that. See, I was just trying out a new wig, that's all. What's up, Nina? I did tell you I won't be back for a while, didn't I?
You did, but Mr. Gotti insisted that I get in touch with you right away. He's pushing the whole film industry to release a statement and make a donation in response to Cray.
That's actually nice of him. I see. I'm a little tied up, so I can't do anything right this second, I'm afraid. Can I call you back tonight?
Of course. Take care and talk to you later then.
You too. Thanks. Okay, hold up 1 minute. Let me adjust this headset on its modulation. This thing is weird sometimes, man. That's a big surprise coming from a director. Doesn't feel like him, but maybe he's the type to take action after shit hits the fan. Indeed, he strikes me as not only a passionate man, but a compassionate one as well. For sure. Well, I'm with him. I'm not going to let this tragedy stand. Not as someone in the film industry or as a thief. We're absolutely going to take our model down for this. But we have to know what we're up against if we're going to protect all we can. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. What exactly does she steal?
I can't help but worry about her sometimes. She's a little too single-minded for her own good. Though I suppose that's why she's the genuine article. Unlike me.
Oh, God. Yo, you just won a damn award for being the better actress at the moment, so...
Any news to report?
Oh, boy.
I see. So that's where the filming will be taking place. The only question now is who the final cast will be. You don't have long until the shoot begins, it seems.
Okay, don't know what that's all about, but sure we'll find out. I never would have imagined there was a place like this in Edith before coming here. Not surprised. And it is just me. And I'm sorry, and is it just me? Or does the district seem even more on edge than usual? It makes sense that it would be. I imagine a number of secret agents are down here investigating after what happened. I'd assume so too. This may be the closest thing Edith has to a lawless district, but the authorities can't afford to turn a blind eye right now. Well, I guess we should snoop around the shops and see if anyone's seen that reporter anywhere. Yeah, let's get moving. This feels like... Oh boy.
I've seen you before.
Here we go. The weirdness. I don't think we have to get anything here. Double check, but yeah.
I'll be seeing you.
Trades
I've
and
got
stuff.
some fine wares for sale.
Did I get that class? Yeah, I did get the classic coin. I was like, Mm, for now. That is not bad. 8 U material plus though. Fuck. Holy hell, man. What the fuck are they doing? Oh my god, bro. 8 of them motherfuckers. You know how hard it is to get those things, man? And they talking about 8 of them motherfuckers. God damn. I'm actually gonna save this. I think all this is gonna come in handy pretty soon. That blind 2 might be something I make. As well as these verses. I keep hoping I run into them rather than have to make them. God damn, that.
Best come again soon. I've got some fine wares for sale.
I hope they do something about that, man, in the next game. That shit has been super hard to come by in this game.
What are you doing?
Oh god. Did she really bring her ass down here? Did you hear that? I knew it.
Let go of me! I said let go!
Revenge spirit. The fuck? You were the one who started piling on the questions. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now we get to enjoy our rifle rewards. What the fuck? Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that sure doesn't sound like the definition of rifle to me. And just who the hell are you guys? Upgrade Solutions. She really was down here. Are those people Jaegers? I don't think so. That getup they're wearing looks familiar though. I think their name is Bugbear? Really? Is that Bugbear? Ah, them. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey, you looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We were gonna take advantage of the mess Almada's made to finally get our name out there. This group has been trying for like, for what feel like centuries or some shit. But all this state of emergency crap has got us stuck where we are, and it's pissing me off. Wow, what a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've still seen enough combat to be a problem though. No, these dudes were ass. They've been ass in most of the series. I only just realized, but they've got some real lookers on with them too. The fuck? Guess we'll get to have some fun after we show them who's boss. Really, dude? This is so dumb. Time to take them down. I'm not gonna really waste time here.
Bring it on.
This group is ass. They've been ass for a very long time. And we'll just vandalize them. I'm not gonna think about maybe 1 or 2 of them should do it. Or yeah, better yet, we'll just
I'll get them all at once. Activating
hit them
drive.
with something crazy from her.
Like hell you are. Payback time.
And impede this guy.
Keep up, Lancer. Get ready.
How I war with them.
Don't
Yeah.
mess with me.
That this is saying criminal.
No.
No, you don't.
Wow. Yeah, I figured that. Do it. This is trash, man. Could have just beat him with regular attacks, but yeah. Now that was just pathetic. The threat level is closer to a D or a D minus, it would seem. Damn it, I thought these guys were a bunch of rookies. Fine, have it your way. Reinforcements coming in. Yay! Doggies. Did she really say that? Of course, they have military monsters at their beck and call. It's not going to be easy fighting off this many while defending her. Looks like the tables have turned, huh? It figures, though. These days, Calvert's full of wusses who are so used to peace, they've forgotten how to fight. Y'all just got y'all ass whooped by this group. I bet Heyway would just roll over too. Maybe we should try getting ourselves hired by the new big boys in town. What? How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying?
Heyway would just roll over, would they?
Who the hell's that? Okay. Wait, is that? It is him. I forgot his damn name. Geen, yeah. Geen, or whatever. Eh, you spoke too soon about Heyway. Well, what? What just happened?
Well, you aren't putting up much of a fight. Perhaps you ought to consider hanging up the Jaeger's uniform if you cannot act the part.
Is that mustache coming from his nose? I just had to ask. Like, look at that thing. Those are Heywei Xiangsha. I've heard rumors. I've never seen them in person. Their strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. Don't be scared. We still have the upper hand in numbers. Yeah, deploy all military monsters.
So that you don't misunderstand, we are not the main threat you face here.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, there he is. Damn! Bruh. Holy hell. How?
That is a shame. Your prowess is sorely lacking.
Yep. And there he is. Isn't that the guy we passed on the way to Long Eye? Oh, the one with the giant ETWS bike.
I must
Damn.
apologize. I see I overdid it some.
Even the dogs were like, shit, sorry, sir.
Though I did restrain myself.
He restrained himself and still did that?
That's a good boy. No trouble caused, no trouble faced. So then, what will the rest of you be doing?
Excuse us, sir. We're leaving now. They got the fuck out of there. Can't top real life for the best visual effects, huh? He sent both man and monster flying through the air.
I would expect no less from the famed lion. Your strength only seems to have grown since your active days.
I no longer go by that name, and I would very much appreciate you forgetting it.
Wonder why with him.
Thank you for leading me here, Elder.
Not at all. That wasn't the only reason I came here. And I'm sure, with circumstances as they are, that I am going to be relying on you significantly in the days to come.
I see.
It's good to see you all again. I hadn't expected we would meet so soon upon my arrival.
Can't believe two old cars just rolled right up and hogged all the limelight. But what are you even doing here?
Our course of action has been decided, you see. Heywei's response to currently unfolding events.
So your preparations are complete then?
Indeed. The mists have cleared, and we have exactly the number of pieces that we require. Until the matter has been fully resolved, we will also be assuming control of the Blacklight District.
Damn.
That is in accordance with our agreement with this nation's supreme authority.
Huh. So the president allowed this? Then the president signed off on this? And what do you mean by the mist have cleared?
It's time you decided your next move. Though I would suggest you listen to what my friend here has to say before doing so. Farewell for now, Aaron. I will be in touch.
Hey. Man, didn't think he'd come all this way in person. Fawn's probably still in Longport, but now I really want to know what the pieces he mentioned refer to. Are you alright, man?
Yep. This is him, alright. This is how he's always been. He looks normal on the surface, yet everything he does is batshit crazy. Like wandering off with some stupid dangerous object back when he was younger.
That certainly brings back memories. Yet I have discarded my past now, and I would ask that you discard it as well.
So what, did he steal an artifact or something?
My old greenhorn student, Van.
This is Van's former master? The one he said was like a father to him?
But wasn't he...
I've got more to say than there are stars in the sky. But let me start with this. Why are you still alive when you supposedly died 3 years ago? Master Barkhorn!
Well, now we get the story, I guess. Bergard Zeman. That's what he goes by.
Bergard Zeman, though I was once known by another name. I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Not as interesting as a dead man who's back from the grave. Mind sharing how you manage that? Look at his face.
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps.
I'd be like, nah, you got to tell this story, bro.
Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once knew. And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
Please, I didn't do anything. I just echo the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it. Well, you did do a good job of putting Marielle at ease. Yes, I think you helped her regain some of her old spirit.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description.
My bad. So, the crazy thing about death in the Trail series is that when somebody dies in this game, or supposedly dies, you keep feeling like something's gonna happen where they show back up later and be like, "Yeah, I jumped into a hole in the ground and I was saved," or something like that. Like, people do die in the game, but it's just sometimes, I don't know. It kind of makes you feel like their death isn't certain, especially when you didn't see the death. But I don't know. Like, it didn't look like he had enough time to really get out of that situation. So I do believe he's dead. But how integral his character has been and how everybody is affected by it, it makes you feel like he's still gonna have some sort of part to play in this. I don't know why. I just get this weird feeling that we haven't even seen the last of him. I just hope it's like ain't no situation where like he comes back as a monster or something like that, because that would be kind of fucked up. But I'm just saying, it's just odd.
Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we're planning to make up for our shortcomings with help from others. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head high, and let's all do the jobs we're best for, if nothing else, and to prove his words right. Yeah, that'll touch her right there.
Right. I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants, and I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
Plus, I feel with Dingo, as he talked to Dante, it really seemed like he had more to do with this than was let on. Like, it almost seemed like he was directly involved in a lot of it. So they didn't really explore any of that, and I'm pretty sure that means that something else, some other part of it's gonna have to come out. Those words were quite touching, very befitting of you and Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonated deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Can we please move on from this topic? Oh yeah, I should let my employees introduce themselves. Agnes, you go first. Gladly. My name is... Okay. They cut that part short. Wow, that's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you were among the 12 knights who led the church's Gralsritter. I've heard much about your exploits, Royline. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising. There they are. I'm so glad
Once
they
again,
just showed
that
that.
name is no longer mine. I would ask that you keep that in mind.
You finally get a good look at all of them. Now we know why we passed you on the way to Long Life. So you arranged our invitation there, and I'm guessing a few others played part in there as well. Namely, Professor Hamilton, AUA's future elder, and the Crown Prince of El Saim, and former President Rocksmith. Am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of El Saim and Elder Guillen. The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future. Though it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in Long Lie, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold what would happen would be the goddess herself. Anyway, I knew you'd gone off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. Then I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute with Nord. They said you laid down your life protecting one of your students. But here you are, alive and well. You cheated death and carried on living, just without your title and mark. Won't pry into what you've been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contacted me?
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark. I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths. And I intended to leave my survival a secret, a trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
Guessing you figured it was time to play that card then, to help us out with this crisis.
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada and the assassins of the Gardens. Their whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
What? Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the garden's overseers, have established a new base.
Aracion.
And it is located in a city within this very country. What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Wait, all of them? Guess that means the army, the police, the guild, all are all in the know. I assume Heiyue and other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base.
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment. This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
So that's what Gian was talking. Gian was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this, my people included. Marduk HQ will likely be making their move as well. You can't be serious. All these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try to capture Armada alive, or go after their heads. Some might even be aiming to get their grubby grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices. That would be really bad. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things would make you public enemy number one. It ain't a stretch though. There's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapons. So, given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright. And also, to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
The hell? Damn, he sensed that coming. Uh-oh. What? Hey, we're busy in here. Afraid you have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job, and a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
Fine. Get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Do excuse us.
God, the balls on these people, man. Ah, those two. And there she is. She is gorgeous, though. God, dog. I recognize you, too. It's the shady duo from the nightclub in Tharbad. I also met you back in Long Life.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
I mean, let me stop. I'm not going to say that.
Nice to finally meet you all,
Man.
ladies and gentlemen of Arkride Solutions.
Man with facial hair. Like, all dude has is like a little goatee. What?
Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me, what's a dead man doing out of his coffin?
I was granted life once more, and I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know. Interesting.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past, haven't we? Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. At the Azure Abyss, or the late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Not for you, though. Never in a million years.
He's got your number, dear. No one will ever reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth, venomous though they are.
Damn, he said you're on thin ice. Damn. Fuck is this guy? I get it now. You're the guy the direwolf and Ren warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros then. Well, I know that. I'm trying to think if he's one of the Anguis, though. And one of the highest ranking members at that. The Thousand Oathbreaker.
The name's
Harwood.
Elroy Harwood. I'm the fourth Anguis.
That would make sense.
But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
I am Enforcer number 3, Lucrezia Isoli.
An enforcer? Sheesh. That's even more scary that she's an enforcer. It makes you wonder just how powerful she actually is. And she's enforcer number 3? Damn.
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance, Arkwright Solutions.
Well, this got interesting. Hey, put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here. Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those.
What a dick.
I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
From time to time? You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
True, true.
Just like, fuck.
Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
Are you for real? You're joking.
What? You're not up for it? Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
Yeah, if the work's reasonable, and if I like you, and your likability's going up in smoke faster than tobacco in that cigar. I know you guys are after Armada. Hell, you probably know where they're at too. But before we ask you where that is, I need to know why you've come to us. I feel like all this stuff is going to take place in Aracion. Like, they keep mentioning it every chapter. I was like, I bet that's going to end up being a place we end up going.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out? It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
Wow. Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society has already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge.
They just kind of been sitting back chilling in the cut watching everything.
Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well.
Wait. Oh, Walter.
The goal's to round up the members of Almada in the gardens and murder every last one of them.
Damn. I see. And you ain't doing so in the name of justice, I'm guessing.
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them. Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, morally, you know, I don't like to play judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to people's lives. But these motherfuckers in Almada, I can't help but feel they got to go. I'm just being honest, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Ouroboros has done some stuff, and you know some of their ass need to go too. That's just the truth. But a lot of them have certain reasons for doing the stuff they do, and some of them don't take it necessarily too far, you know. But yeah, Armada just like doesn't care about life. They don't care about nothing. So it's like they might have to go ahead and go. They got to get up out of here.
But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight, then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done. They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right. You have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heyue will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too, yeah?
More than likely. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes for the Gralsritter. Artifacts are involved in this, after all. And I wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Gralsritter. Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
That's what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city. One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
Oh, this girl right here. In other words, civilians might get killed, and you aren't going to look after them. You guys are scum. They are. Still, if our Armada really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession, you have no other choice but to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. Because if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The Guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos. Oh,
Sick,
and
boy.
should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out, and ready to cut me into a million little pieces. I'm very much into that sort of thing.
The fuck? You're a one masochistic bastard. Good lord. Well, we've got our reasons for chasing down Armada down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on that side. But first, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connection to either Armada or the Gardens. So spill it. What kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
Huh. Well, it isn't a close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late, but your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
Had a feeling of that.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse,
That makes
an
sense.
organization of assassins.
That makes sense.
14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold. Although they did not do the same for many of its other members. The society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest.
That tells you how dangerous these two are.
Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation.
I think that was the Paradise place where they had Rin, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was Luve and Joshua that did that. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and let them form their own flock.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're talking about Nadia and Swin. Swin's former group. I think they were part of the Gardens as well. Wait. You don't mean...
Huh. Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun. And the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
It's crazy you're not hearing anything about this dude until now. Him or her. Like, literally, they went through a whole arc. Like, a full, complete arc with Reen's dad. Like, Cross Bell, Sky Games, all that. And I think I may have heard Oathbreaker once or so, but I've never even heard of the other girl, and it's crazy. From the data available at Marduk, there's only one operation that matches her story. I really hope it ain't the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group y'all talking about isn't.
It's exactly as you think. The
DG cult. Huh. Yeah, so this is coming full circle with that.
You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
No way. I've heard about those fiends from South. And I heard about them from my granny.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult together and set them loose on the world.
Oh, so this bastard was behind all that. Yeah. He gotta go. Yeah. He's the one who did that. Wow.
That's how the gardens were created. They find seeds that are scattered by the wind and grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the picking.
So these are the four groups. I think, well, they all became keepers. Now, the one in the top left corner, he got killed. He was over the garden that Swin and Nadia were over. And they both they both band together to kill him because he was mistreating people and stuff like that, and they just couldn't take it no more, and they wanted to defect from the group, and they got rid of him. And and the other, we know the other three well. Melchior, I forgot the other dude's name. He just showed up not too long ago. And what's the girl's name? Damn, why am I drawing a blank on her name right now? We just had a fight with them not too long ago. What is her damn name? Olympia. That's right. Man, I couldn't think of it at all. I'm like, dang, I forgot her name. But yeah, Olympia. I guess they all lead their own respective garden now. This is crazy how this is all. I'm very surprised that if all this is happening, the Swin and Nadia ain't showed up yet.
Had I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine.
Probably where they should have been.
But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured. I gave that one domino a little push, and look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
How could you? So this is all your fault? I take it back what I said earlier. You aren't just a masochistic bastard. You're also a sadistic monster. Yeah, finding out that he's the one that was behind all that shit after all this time. I really thought like some of those people had like their own ambitions and just, did that shit outside of Ouroboros, but like that's crazy.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never go far enough for my tastes. But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us tick.
This dude almost seems borderline like a demon, like in a way. Like he doesn't just seem like a very strong human being. That's just like he almost borderline like McBurn. McBurn just wants to like fight people and shit though. Like, but this dude right here just seems like he wants to just destroy everything and kill everybody. Like, it's very weird ass behavior for a human being. Yeah, those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. I get what you want us to do. It also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. I don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. So this gathering will include Marduk, AUA, and the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loath as I am to admit it, we may require their aid if we are forced to force our way inside. Surely there's another way. Yeah, I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
Now, like, don't get me wrong. The Oathbreaker, that dude is trash. Like, and both of them probably deserve to die. I don't know quite what she's done yet, but that dude is very much so trash. But Armada is like way worse with nuclear devices. Like, they're extremely dangerous. They asses have got to go. So it sucks, but I get where they're coming from.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy. I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
As long as you don't slip a trap or two in them.
My. They really don't trust you, do they?
Why the fuck should they?
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
Is it his camera? Yep. Damn. Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever. The three disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
Interesting. So, nuclear bomb, but no trace of radiation. That's very odd. There's no radioactive contamination? All of the theories we have suggest... No, wait. Perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. Yeah, it is true. He did have to hit it. So lost. Hang on a sec. You nabbed the camera before the authorities locked down the scene? Won't ask how you managed to get there ahead of the cops. Because if I heard the answer, you'd be leaving this room with a big old black eye. Yeah, that more than likely means that he probably was standing there watching the whole thing.
Ooh, scary.
It's in our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome now, would we? I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
Lord, this lady's hot. I'm sorry, you just see it. He knows about the Genesis. Haven't got a clue what you're talking about. So you're gonna tell us where we're going or not?
Why don't you ask the defanged lion? I've done enough talking for one day.
Damn, call him the defanged lion.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
That was ballsy, even for them. Glad you were here, Master. I doubt I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense. You would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You grew into a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright guys, I'm gonna ask you all to stay here. I'm going solo on this one. But why? Because it's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone there will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what will happen there, and I can be more so I can be a lot more flexible when I'm on my own. Oh, but I can make an exception for Master. I figure I'm going to need his help, at least. You figure right. That is precisely why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I don't think of y'all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I'll need you to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and they like, hey asshole, we're going. Hey.
You done flapping your gums yet? Good, because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
I appreciate that you're worried about us. I really do. However...
We all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you. Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
I do think him and Ferris should be staying behind, though. They're way too young for that.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
Reset, I get. Aaron, I get. Aaron's actually, he holds his own.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around.
She has a point.
I'm a phantom thief, so I'm gonna steal this show whether you like it or not.
Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
Yeah, well.
And I'd try to join up with the warriors of Kruga. I would really rather go with everyone here, though. I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way.
Look at his face.
Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well. Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil, the distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
If anybody should be standing behind this, yes. Like, I get the Genesis shit, but yeah, man, that's the president's daughter, and I don't know. It's not, I don't know.
Yes.
I get it.
Wow.
She's tough, but I don't know, bro. Somehow, I knew it'd end up like this one way or the other. Unlucky for you, though. The trouble isn't happening on the weekend or during the school trip. You're gonna have to play hooky.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
Starting to think I'm a bad influence. I'll make sure you get paid in advance. That way you'll have the mirror for the bribes and the hush money.
I wasn't planning on going that far.
That was funny.
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
Watch this.
Right. We need to know where they are so we can kick their sorry butts.
Very well, then. The base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic, as well as its oldest. It is also the place where the terrorists of Calvert get much of their funding.
Say the damn name.
The old city capital, Rossion.
Knew it. Called it.
That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
Yeah, I'm gonna end there. I knew it was gonna be a Rossion. And it also takes them back to Van's hometown, and you know where all that shit with him and Renee and what's her name? Damn, I can't Elaine. All that shit started. So yeah, I kind of saw that coming. I just knew it. I felt it in my heart. I was like, yep, it's gonna be in Rossion. I just see it coming. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end here. This is getting wild. And when we come back, yeah, we'll be going over the rest of the story. But thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate you all. As always, new subscribers, old subscribers. If you are new to the channel, tap that like button. Really does help out the video. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. I hate having to to make that a center of everything and request likes. Okay, because I know like likes and stuff like that. I really want people to organically like the videos and just hit the like. But it's a nasty algorithm to fight. Okay, please tap that like button for your boy. It really does help more than you know. It does help when you hit that like button and subscribe if you have not. If you're enjoying the videos, I'll be doing this one. I'm gonna be doing Beyond Horizon. I'm gonna be doing the first chapter of Sky when it comes out. I'm doing all of them. So I 100% love this series. I try to do everything in each one of them. Leave comments. I love talking about these characters. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to kind of do some of these character things. It's been a long time since I did one, but it's just tough trying to find time with the way I work. That's all it really is. But nevertheless, I appreciate everyone checking out the videos. I will catch you guys in the next one. But please, tap the like button. Just a little tap, 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 you know. But I'll catch y'all later, though. Peace.